Well, we just finished question time, and we have another big question that we want to grapple with as a church, and that is with the restrictions easing. What will that look like for church? Are we going to? Is it back on next week? What's the story? So
yeah, good.
What's the deal?
Oh, thanks for the question, Rob. Look, we are seeing these COVID restrictions starting to ease, and as we have all the way through this whole time. We've got three big considerations we're trying to look after. We don't want to minimise any or maximise others, but they're our physical health. We want to keep everyone alive. Well, if we want to do everything we can to help people stay alive. Relational health, recognise the value of relationships and the damage that this physical isolation has done or potentially done to relationships, and spiritual health. I'd say that's the big one. We can take all these three into account. How do we do well and love people in those three areas? Yeah,
that's great. So let's go one at a time. You can give us. Don't take too long. It's late already. But hit us with physical health. What does that look like for us going forward? How will things change or not change?
Yeah. So physical health. We really want to keep saying we want to love our community and each other in this, which will mean going pretty slow. The restrictions have eased a little bit. We can have 10 people at church at the moment, but that's not many. Even once they get to 100, we may not be able to do church safely.
So they've got the 4 square metre.
Yeah. So stage 3, 100 people at gatherings. They're still saying you still need to have 4 square metres per person.
And we can't get close to 100 at our centre.
And then you've got to think about kids' church and the crossing between the little kids and the elderly and everything in between. So basically, the short answer is we're going to move towards this as quickly as we can safely. We want to look after you guys. We want to look after our community. So it's not going to be quick. We're not going to be back at church next week.
Yeah. Okay. But so the simple answer is we'll keep monitoring the advice and jump in.
Yep.
As the advice.
And we'll keep you posted as soon as we can. And we want to be back at church too. So we'll do that as soon as we can.
Yeah. Good. I'm looking forward to it. However long that takes. So that was the first one. Second one you talked about was. Well, let's jump to the spiritual one. I want to jump on that one. So what does it look like at the moment?
Yeah,
to stay spiritually healthy.
Yeah, so spiritually healthy, we're doing our best, and hopefully our best has improved over the last 6-7 weeks to produce content, to be trying to nourish you spiritually as best we can and each other. So I guess a few prongs to our spiritual health stuff. Tune in for church, online, question time if you can, interact. That's a big one.
Yeah. So maybe just quickly, what are the pipes that we're sending out?
Yep. So church online, question time, home group. If you're not in one, you can even get in one now, but whether it's through Zoom or as they start to, well, we can talk about that in a minute, home group, and also the Monday email that you send out each Monday, Rob. Like last week, we got to hear from our missionaries about what they've been doing.
Yeah, and so if you missed that, jump on it, or if you've accidentally deleted it, let me know because I'll resend it because it's well worth checking in for. Yeah, really encouraging.
And that's where you'll get another source of nourishment. There's a lot going on in there, and I think that's the big ones. Home group, church, question time, Monday email at the moment, and we'll keep doing those. But I guess that takes us into that third area because
relationships.
Yeah, because our spiritual health. We know God has designed us to do this together. He hasn't just called us into a relationship with Him, but with a community.
Yeah. So in Hebrews, don't give up on meeting together.
How do we?
Pretty hard at the moment. So how do we do that?
Yeah. So I've been really encouraged by the way a bunch of us have been working hard to keep looking after each other relationally. The phone calls that people have been making to one another. Checking in, the shopping that's been done. I've been super encouraged by that. So that's keep doing that. Let's keep doing our linked relationships. Keep turning up to home group, whether it's Zoom or some home groups will start to be able to be meeting together. The smaller home groups where maybe there'll only be 5 guests and there's a big enough lounge room to spread out. But that'll vary from home group to home group. Stay posted with your home group leader. So we want to keep up those relationships as best we can. The big one I think we can start doing now is you're allowed to have guests to your house. You're allowed to have another family or a couple of couples, 5 guests at the moment. I want to encourage you to get together, and if you can, get together around God's Word in some way. If you can do that around church, like if you can have people over and watch the service together, discuss it, encourage one another, pray.
Yeah, so I was talking to some of the guys from church who did it today.
Yeah.
And it was just super encouraging to watch it together and then be able to chat after the service and talk about what does it mean and how do we live it. So, so great thing if you can do it. If
you can pull that off, that's fantastic. Now, a bunch of us have kids where, Rob and I tried to get together with all our kids. I don't think we'd get much of the service. So if that's not just if someone or the adults are just going to miss out on engaging, I'd encourage you still get together. Don't let that stop you getting together, but maybe get together and watch the Lake Mac Kids Church video. All together with the kids, it'll be fantastic. Have a little chat about that. Encourage one another's kids. Then go home, put them to bed, get them settled. And then you can watch the service and interact and into question time. So either way, awesome if you can get together and do it.
So for a family like mine with wild kids, the temptation is it's too hard to do the service, so we won't do anything. Yeah. But so what you're saying is maybe the service won't work, but find a way to do the relationship stuff somewhere else.
And gather around God's Word in some way. And I think our Lake Mac Kids Church videos are going to be a great way to do that.
Yeah, that's great. So that's our 3 things. So physical health, spiritual health, relational health. Mm-hmm. Lots of we don't know yet, and so we'll keep you posted as things change, and no doubt they will. But in the meantime, keep hooking in. It's tempting to be lethargic. It's my temptation to check out as everything shuts down. But let's take the opportunities we can. Let's keep going.